Let's go through LeetCode 3335 total characters in string after transformation. So it gives us a string S and also an integer T. It asks after T times transformation, um, what will be the string's final length. So what is a transformation? Is that we're going to use A will going to transfer to B is transferred to C, and until Y will be transferred to Z, but Z is going to transfer to AB instead. So what we're thinking about is that for this kind of string, um, if we have, for example, 500 times A, right? And in the end, we don't know what this A is transferred to. Maybe some kind of string like Z or A, or, no matter what kind of the A after T's transfer it is, right? Um, this kind of 500 A, they are going to transfer to 500 same strings. And and so what we're thinking about is that we can have accounts for every characters in the string, right? So for one transfer, one time of transfer, what we can observe that is that, for example, we already have the counts. For example, A appears 10 times, and B appears, for example, 8 times, and until Z, right? Z appears, for example, 20 times. So after one times transformation, what it will be? We'll find, for example, this C, right? C equals um, 5 times, right? So for the next round, what we want, we will see is, for example, there is Y equals 10. So we'll see for the next round, we shift um, this B. So C is going to be 8 times, and D is going to be 5 times, and until Z, right, Z is going to be 10 times. And what will be A and B, right? So we'll see A is going to be Z times, so that will be 20. And what will be B? Because B has two parts of the contribution. One is coming from A, another is coming from Z, right? So will be 30 times. This 30 is 20 plus 10. And we'll see uh, only this number has a shift, right? Otherwise, for the other number, only this number is a sum of the Z and A. And for the other number, that is just shift one place, right? So if we'll see this T is just it's not big. It's only 10 to the T is 10 to the power 5, right? And so for each, we have a count array, and for each run, we update these counts. That is 26 manipulations. So um, we also contributed this new counts. So in the end, after t times, we have another accounts array. We just calculate the sum of the accounts. That will be our result. So let's write code for this. So what we want is that, for example, we want to model a private panel static int MOD equals to 1007. Okay. So we're going to use long count equals new long 26. This represents for all of the character A to Z what it is counts. So what we have is that for character C, in S2 cherry, we're going to have a count C minus A increase, right? So what we do is that for int I equals 0, I smaller than t, I plus plus, right? So what's the every um every count is coming from, for example, I is coming from I minus one, right? Only for B is um is different. And also A is you see I minus one is actually from Z, right? So for this A and B, we can do special uh special manipulations, right? So we can write for example, we have a temp long Z count equals count 25, right? Then what we do is that for int j equals 25, j greater equal to 1, j minus minus, right? So we'll have count j equals count j minus 1, right? And we'll have count 1 equals count, we already calculate count 1, right? So already added the count 0. We now need the contribution of count z, right? So I have count 1 plus z, right? And mod, right? You can also write this greater equal to 2, and this is 0. This is both work, right? And we'll have a count 0 equals equals z, right? So in the end, we have long results equals 0. Therefore, long count c in count. So we're going to have result equals result plus c to the mod. And in the end, return int result. The time complexity will be 26 multiplied by t. And the spaces complexity will be 26. Can also write Python code for this. So we'll have mod equals 1 underscore 0 0 0 0 score 0 0 7. And we have count equals this one multiplied by 26. And for C in S, I have count ORD C minus ORD A should pass equal to 1, right? And then our for I for this in range T, right? We're going to have, let's have Z equals count 25. So for J in range 25, there minus 1, right? We're going to have count J equals count J minus 1, right? Then we'll have count 1. Because this add two values, so we should have mod here, right? Equals count 1 plus Z and self dot mod. And count 0 equals Z. In the end, what we need is result equals sum count mod model self dot mod. We just return this.